Have you ever wondered why your mind becomes louder at night? Why your thoughts sharpen, your emotions deepen, and the smallest memory suddenly feels like a heavy weight on your chest? Why your day feels manageable, even predictable, yet the moment you lie down in the dark, something inside you wakes up. If you've ever felt this, listen closely. Tonight, you're going to learn why your mind refuses to stay silent when the world goes quiet. And before we journey deeper, welcome to Dr. Veyne, the place where the unseen parts of your mind finally make sense. If you think differently, feel deeply, or carry a hidden world inside you, you belong here. The truth is simple. Your mind wakes up at night because nighttime removes all your defenses. During the day, you wear armor. You keep busy. You interact. You react. You perform. You stay in motion because motion feels safe. It keeps you from noticing what hurts. But at night, there is nothing left to distract you from yourself. Your surroundings fade. Your responsibilities pause. Your performance ends. And the moment the external world shuts down, the internal world steps forward. For many people, this is the first time all day that the mind has enough quiet to reveal what has been stored, suppressed, or ignored. You see, the human brain doesn't forget things. It postpones them. Every moment that stressed you, every thought you didn't finish, every feeling you swallowed because you were too busy to deal with it, every memory you pushed away because it hurt a little too much. These things don't disappear. They wait. They wait for the moment when you stop running long enough to feel them fully. And that moment is almost always at night. But the night doesn't just reveal stress or sadness. It also reveals clarity, insight, intuition, truth. The thoughts you have at 2 a.m. are often the ones closest to your real self. Not the version of you that smiles out of politeness. Not the version of you that says, "I'm fine," automatically. Not the version of you that hides emotion behind productivity. At night, there is only the version of you that feels honestly. And sometimes, that version scares you. Not because it is wrong, but because it is raw, untouched, unfiltered, real. The real reason your mind wakes up at night is because the night strips away the distractions that protect you from your own truth. During the day, you can push feelings aside. But at night, when everything becomes still, the mind begins organizing itself, sorting through everything you refuse to face, trying to solve problems you tried to bury, replaying conversations you pretended didn't bother you. It is the mind's way of healing, processing, and cleaning what you leave unresolved. Nighttime overthinking is not a flaw. It is emotional maintenance. There is another reason your mind wakes up at night. The brain switches modes. During the day, your brain operates in task mode, a state of constant doing. You complete things, you respond, you manage. But at night, your brain shifts into memory mode. It begins linking events, analyzing emotions, forming connections, and making meaning. This is when deeper thoughts rise to the surface, the kind of thoughts that require quiet to be heard. Thoughts like, am I happy with where I am? Why have I been feeling disconnected? Is this who I want to be? Why does something feel missing? These are not random thoughts. They are messages from a deeper part of you, the part that remembers the life you said you wanted before you got too busy to chase it. Nighttime thinking becomes even louder for people who feel deeply, who absorb emotions, who sense more than others. If you're the kind of person whose mind is always active, always analyzing, always feeling, then nighttime is not a problem. It is a spotlight. It shines directly on the things you've been carrying in silence. People who feel deeply are more sensitive to stillness. Stillness amplifies their inner world, and the inner world of a deep-feeling person is never quiet. It is alive, complex, full of movement. Sometimes your mind wakes up at night because the day's version of you and the true version of you are not aligned. Maybe you've been pretending to be okay around people. Maybe you've been denying an emotional truth. Maybe you're living in a way that doesn't match the person you're becoming. At night, the mind can't pretend. It whispers, "Something isn't right." And that whisper, repeated night after night, becomes impossible to ignore. Another reason your mind wakes up at night is because night exposes loneliness. Not the loneliness of being alone, but the loneliness of not being understood. The loneliness of carrying thoughts you've never said out loud. A loneliness so subtle that even when you're surrounded by people, it still finds you. At night, nothing stands between you and the truth of how disconnected you sometimes feel. And that realization can create a storm inside the mind. But here is something most people don't realize. Nighttime thoughts aren't meant to torment you. They're meant to reveal you. They show you the pain you haven't healed, the dreams you've abandoned, the boundaries you've ignored, the parts of you that feel small, unseen, or unloved. Night awakens the parts of you that daylight ignores. And if your mind wakes up every night, it might be because the life you are living is too small for the person you're becoming. Your mind also wakes up at night because it is trying to restore emotional balance. Humans are not designed to absorb endless information. But modern life forces your mind into a constant state of stimulation. And while your mind can keep up during the day, at night, it tries to put everything back where it belongs. Sometimes it can't. Sometimes there is too much to organize. And when the mind is overwhelmed, it becomes restless. Because a restless mind is a mind begging for space. Nighttime thoughts intensify when you have unexpressed emotions. A conversation you never finished. A goodbye you didn't say. An apology you didn't give. A feeling you didn't understand. Your mind replays these moments not to punish you, but to complete them. The brain hates unfinished emotional stories, and at night, it tries to finish them alone, without your permission, without your readiness. There is also a biological truth. At night, the brain becomes more introspective. Your rational mind becomes quiet. Your emotional mind becomes louder. Your imagination becomes freer. Your memories become sharper. Nighttime is when the subconscious uses the silence to speak. And the subconscious always speaks, in honesty you cannot ignore. Your mind wakes up at night because nighttime forces you to meet yourself, the version of you that doesn't hide behind productivity or politeness, the version that wants to be heard, the version that asks for rest, the version that knows you've been pretending for too long, and sometimes the version of you that is quietly breaking. But here is the truth most people never hear. You don't wake up at night because your mind is chaotic. You wake up at night because your mind is wise. It knows what you're avoiding. It knows what you feel. It knows what you need. And when the world gets quiet enough, wisdom becomes louder than fear. There is a strange moment that happens between exhaustion and sleep. A moment when your body feels heavy, but your mind feels alive. This is the doorway your subconscious waits for. Because when you are tired, your mind loosens its grip. You stop filtering your thoughts. You stop organizing yourself. You stop pretending to be stronger than you feel. And in that softness, the truth enters. This moment is fragile. It's quiet. It's honest. And for many people, it's the only time their inner world gets to breathe. Your mind wakes up at night because nighttime is the one environment you cannot escape from. There are no conversations to hide behind, no phone to distract you, no noise from the world to quiet your thoughts. You're left with yourself, your memories, your fears, your desires, your regrets, all the things that live under the surface. And the reason it feels overwhelming is because these thoughts have been waiting all day to be seen. Psychologists call this rebound processing. It happens when you push away too many thoughts during the day. The brain tries to protect you by holding them back. But at night, the mind releases them all at once, like a floodgate opening. Not because it wants to hurt you, but because it can't hold everything inside anymore. Your mind wakes you up because it's full, because there is too much inside of you that you never say out loud. Sometimes the thoughts that appear at night are not new. They are old thoughts wearing new clothes. A fear you felt years ago, a rejection you never healed from, a moment that embarrassed you, a feeling that made you feel small. These things return not out of cruelty, but because they shaped you, and your mind wants to understand why. There is also a deeper truth. Nighttime is when your inner child, the younger version of you, finally has a chance to speak. The child who felt unseen, the child who felt unsafe, the child who learned to be strong too early. That child lives inside you, even now. And at night, when the adult world goes quiet, the child steps forward, not to cause chaos, but to ask, "Do you remember me? Do you ever think about how I felt? Will you ever listen?" Your mind wakes up at night because parts of you are still waiting to be acknowledged. A version of you still feels abandoned. A version of you still feels unheard. A version of you still feels afraid. Nighttime thinking is not a sign that you're broken. It's a sign that you're human. A human who has lived, who has felt, who has endured more than anyone knows. Night overthinking also emerges from something called mental replay. The mind revisits conversations and moments not because it wants to torture you, but because it is trying to understand something about them. Maybe someone hurt you unintentionally. Maybe someone dismissed you. Maybe someone made you feel invisible. The mind replays these moments because some part of you is still carrying them, like small weights that follow you into the dark. And nighttime is when the weights become visible. If you've ever remembered an old memory at 1 a.m. and wondered, why now? It's because your mind is creating emotional order. It's cleaning out the drawers of your life, one memory at a time. Some drawers you haven't opened in years. Some drawers are overflowing. Some drawers contain pieces of you that are still alive, still hurting, still waiting to be understood. Your mind wakes up at night because nighttime magnifies everything you avoid. The silence intensifies your thoughts. Your thoughts intensify your emotions, and your emotions intensify the truths you've been postponing. Truth feels heavier at night because the world is quieter, and your heart becomes louder. The nighttime mind also brings what psychologists call shadow thoughts. These are the parts of you that do not fit into your daytime identity. Maybe during the day you act confident, but your shadow feels insecure. Maybe during the day you act strong, but your shadow feels exhausted. Maybe during the day you act calm, but your shadow feels overwhelmed. At night, the shadow speaks, not to shame you, but to balance you, to remind you that you are more than the mask you wear, to remind you that you are tired of being strong all the time. Your mind wakes up at night because nighttime gives space to the emotions you shared with no one. You held yourself together for everyone else. You dealt with things silently because you didn't want to burden anyone. You pretended your wounds were small because you thought people wouldn't understand. But the mind remembers everything you refuse to feel. And at night, it gives those emotions permission to exist. Have you ever noticed how nighttime makes honesty easier? You admit things in the dark you would never say in daylight. You cry more freely. You think more deeply. You question your life more honestly. Night reveals the true weight of what you carry, and it shows you the truths that daylight hides. Many people think nighttime worries appear because they're weak, but it's the opposite. Nighttime thoughts appear because you've been strong for too long. Strong in silence, strong in struggle, strong when you didn't want to be. And when strength becomes your only language, your mind eventually breaks the silence to ask, who is taking care of you? Your mind wakes up at night because it wants to slow you down. It wants you to notice what you've lost connection with. Your hopes, your needs, your inner peace, your dreams, your emotions, your identity. Nighttime awakens your awareness because somewhere along the way, you stopped listening. Some people wake up at night because their lives have drifted far from who they really are. You feel older inside, not because of time, but because of the weight of unspoken truths. Because pretending ages the soul faster than years ever could. Because carrying your world alone makes your mind heavier than your body. Your mind wakes you up not to punish you, but to free you from the life that is shrinking you. Night thinking becomes a compass, a guide, a mirror. It shows you what you need. More boundaries, more rest, more connection, more space, more self-respect, more love, from others, from the world, and from yourself. And maybe this is the real message of nighttime thinking. You cannot keep living on autopilot. You cannot keep swallowing every emotion. You cannot keep pretending you're fine. Your mind wakes up at night because your soul wants to wake up in the day. The next time your mind is loud at 2 a.m., don't ask, why am I like this? Ask, what part of me needs attention? Ask, what emotion have I been avoiding? Ask, what truth am I finally ready to hear? If this helped you understand yourself, stay close. This journey of knowing who you are has many chapters, and you don't have to walk through them alone. Follow Dr. Veyne for more stories that help you see your mind more clearly. And the next time your thoughts wake you up at night, remember, it's not overthinking. It's inner awakening.